It's Wednesday the 25th of September and I am in Spain, and it's stinking hot. It's amazing just coming over from France where we had 2 or 3 days rain and it was really quite cool, and it's actually quite cold at night. What a transformation it is. And it's also kind of strange that when it's stinking hot you wish it was cold, and when it's cold you seriously wish it was hotter. The ground's just dusty. Thankfully for today I'm mainly walking through lovely shaded forests and shaded woods, so I'd say for 90% of the day we were out of the sun. I stayed in Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, which is the last French village before the Spanish border, and you then climb up into the Pyrenees. I think it's about a 20-mile day, something like that, and it starts at about 200 metres, goes up to about 1500 metres. I left at 7:30 and I arrived at 1 o'clock, which is quicker than I thought it would take. And then you drop down about 400 metres. We actually go over the French-Spanish border right at the top, and all it is a cattle grid. There's no border post, no guard. And then you drop about 400 metres down to a place called Roncesvalles, which I probably pronounced wrong, but it's the first Spanish hamlet, I guess. And all it essentially is a huge monastery which houses the pilgrims. There's a bar and a restaurant and a hotel there, I think. So I arrived there at 1 o'clock. I got there quite early, so I put in about another 4 miles, I think, something like that, and I camped in some woods last night, and I carried on going this morning. So this essentially is the first day in Spain. The other amazing thing is, although St. Jean wasn't as busy as I thought it would be, there was a hell of a lot of people there, and since I've left and come over the Pyrenees, there's a lot more people on the trail. Having said that, the trail is empty now, but you can kind of time what they're doing, because most people start from St. Jean. If you've seen the film called The Way with Martin Sheen, that basically started at Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, so I think, I'd say to blame is the wrong word, but you know, a lot of people have seen that movie, and it's always been the case that most people have started from Saint-Jean. Some people start, you know, further back in France, like I have done in Le Puy-en-Velay or Paris. Indeed, I mean, they say to pilgrimages you start from actually where you live, and I mean, there's one guy that's been walking from Belgium. One guy started in Budapest. He's clocked up about 1,500 miles or something like that. But anyway, coming back to Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, there was a lot of people there waiting to start. There's a few Americans have turned up, there's some Canadians, there's some Irish, still no English. I think there's a Scottish guy, there's some Welsh people, a few more Swiss. So it's a little bit more crowded, but